All right. And now, right here, we have me versus Judge Goldstriker. All right. The rolling with Brian had just ceased. Now, at this point, I'm not extremely tired, but I am a little bit tired. And the thing is, when you know grappling cardio, when you know how to exert yourself, not only do you not get as tired, but also you kind of learn how to relax and not show how tired you are when it comes down to it, right? So even though I am a little bit tired, I probably don't look as tired as I am. In addition to that, you also have Brian, who, I'm sure by now he's probably huffing and puffing a little bit because he's just been exerting himself constantly. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna take a look at this battle of the Titans here. So one thing I'll say right away is that Goldstriker does not have a gi, so I can't grab his clothing. But I have a gi, so he's going to be grabbing my clothing. So right now I'm using my legs to try and keep him away. He ends up almost turning me over, but it doesn't quite work. He ends up trying to jump to pass the guard. Again, doesn't quite get there, but it almost did. It almost did, right? So I have a half guard right now. I have a knee shield in, and I'm trying to pull the guard. I end up pulling the guard. It's an open guard. Goldstriker takes a knee. You can already hear how tired we both are. You see, I end up shooting for a leg and it doesn't quite work, and you hear the disappointment because I do not want to be underneath Goldstriker right now. It's not good. He ends up getting that. He ends up getting that guard pass, and he gets the side control. So I end up pulling the half guard, and right now I'm not in a position that I want to be in at all. Half guard is awful to be in when you have somebody who's a lot bigger than you, and right now I'm just working any way that I can to get away from him. You'll notice, right, he ends up kicking his leg out, and that's because I actually tried to go deep half guard, meaning I took my right arm and I tried my best to hook that leg, and when he felt that, he did what was a smart thing. He ended up kicking his leg out. I have a lockdown right now on his left leg, and he's going for a kimura. He's got his hand here, right, on my wrist, and you can see his other arm is trying to work its way in there. He's trying to see if he can gain control of the arm. So again, I'm trying to work. I was trying to see if I could just stand up, basically. So again, I'm trying my best to work out. It's tough, dude. It's really tough. And I end up going for a deep half sweep. And I mean, I escaped, but he ended up reacting in a way that made it so that I couldn't really get a better position. So right now we're both fighting. You may have seen a little bit, a second ago, I ended up moving in this direction, and that's because I was actually trying my best to sit out. We'll go ahead, we'll look at that again, right? So right here, I'm trying my best to sit out to this direction, and that's something that I do a lot in rolling, and it's actually something I did 2 summers ago when I did that wrestling tournament. I'll see if I can put footage of that here. I ended up doing this really sick sit out from this exact same position, and I went for it, and I don't know if Sam was anticipating it or not, but he ended up just making it impossible for me to do that. You can see I go for it, and he just smothers it, and it just doesn't work. And the thing is, I don't really practice it from that side all that often. So even though I potentially could have tried to go for it there, it just didn't quite, it wouldn't have worked the way that I wanted it to. So I didn't even bother. So right now, we're both trying to make sure we conserve energy while also not giving up a worse position. Sam has the dominant position on me, but the thing is, it's more energy spent on his part keeping me in that position than it is me trying to keep him from improving. Now, he's got my arm and he's slowly starting to work around to the back. I end up trying to grab his leg, but the thing is, he goes for that kimura grip on my arm, which makes it really dangerous for me. So I let go of his leg in order to try and focus more on defending the kimura grip. And you can't see it right now, but I'm actually kind of using the gi to my advantage, right? It's not 1,000% unfair that I'm gi and he's no gi, because even though he's going to grab my gi, as you will see, I'm also grabbing my gi. And that's how he didn't end up getting that kimura. He had the grip in on me, but basically I had the arm grabbing my gi. And he could have struggled as much as he wanted to. He would not have been able to get me to release that grip. So he's just kind of holding position right now, waiting for me to make a move, which honestly is kind of what I'm doing as well. That's what a lot of big guy grappling is there's a scramble. Whoever wins the scramble, they end up on top. And it's basically just two guys waiting for someone to make a mistake. So I start to kind of try and sit out a little bit because I'm getting uncomfortable in this position. And you see, this is where Sam starts really grabbing my gi. He goes for a choke, right? You can see his right hand has my gi, and he's trying to pull it over my throat, which is, it's going to cut off the carotid artery. He doesn't have my back, insofar as he has hooks, but I'm in a really bad position right now, and I need to get my back to the mat, which is kind of what's going on right now. But even more than that, I need to face into him. Now, at this point right now, I'm just kind of resting, and you see, right? This is kind of the ending sequence. Spoiler alert. You see, I'm kind of resting, right? I have my leg up here. It's because I'm trying to, we call it checking the hip. I have that hip check up there because I don't want Sam to be able to hop over into a full mount on me. This right here makes it very difficult for him to hop over into a full mount. In addition to that, it can help me with framing and stuff like that. But Sam has this grip right here, and I remember thinking to myself, okay, he has my right arm. He's probably going for an Americana. Now, in my head, I'm thinking he's got it, but he doesn't have it sunk in yet. I can do something to get out of this before it's sunk in, and I can even, if I want to, conserve energy and allow him to sink it, but explode before he actually torques the shoulder or anything like that. And this is where the fatal mistake came in. He said that I let him have it. It's only half true. I did let him have it, but I didn't let him have it because I wanted him to look good or anything. I let him have it because I was tired and I was thinking, no, I think I can get out of this. But when you got someone who's that much bigger and that much stronger than you, you don't want to let them have anything. And oops, we're going to go ahead, we're going to see. So you see he ends up sinking it in. I explode as soon as he sinks it in, right? You see, as soon as he ends up finishing the grip, I try to explode in a way that's going to make sure that he can't actually get it and potentially even create some space for me to get a guard. And it just didn't work. I ended up having to tap. There was no choice. That was really good. That was really good. I enjoyed the roll. I'm really happy that I was able to hit that move to get out of the half guard. I've tried stuff like that for years, and it never quite works for me. So to have it work in this situation was pretty nice. I remember hitting it and thinking, wow, I'm never able to get away with that. That's crazy. But it happened this time. I did it now. Sam did a great job. Like I said, he was trying to be nice, putting it on Twitter and stuff like that I let him have it. He earned it, right? He earned it because the whole roll, he was able to impose his will on me, or at the very least, make sure that I wasn't able to impose my will on him in the way that I wanted, right? And then when he saw an opening, he went for it. He didn't let me out of the position. So that's really good, Mr. Goldstriker. I was calling him the wrong name a second ago, but Mr. Judge Goldstriker did a very good job.